Good afternoon, everybody. This is your host with the most, Lou Stefano, and this is Blind Justice. Doing another live stream. Wasn't really happy with the quality and content of my first live stream. Gonna go ahead and wait a few minutes, see how many people I can get on here, and we're gonna go after it. I know I have at least one person watching. There we go. Mr. Time to Stand. Ellen on the spot, Yuma community. What's up, buddy? Womps. Florida Hillbilly. My right to film. Maybe get some more takers here, maybe not. Blue Ghost Media, what's up, buddy? I wanted to go ahead and redo my live stream, and I had some mentoring advice from my closest mentor and friend, Mr. Time to Stand. As soon as I did the first live stream, he called me on the phone. He's like, hey, he goes, you may want to redo that. Let me re-solidify my position when it comes to identification with the police. We all know photography is not a crime. As scary as it seems at times, I may or may not in the near future be hooked up and put in the back of a police car. I might even be spending the night in jail. As unappealing as that sounds, unfortunately, when you're doing cop watching and auditing, it seems the more times they put you in jail for stupid shit, the more your channel blows up. I'm really good not ever going to jail, but I can't make that determination because I'm not a police officer. I know that police officers are human beings and they have bad days just like the rest of us, but I also know that they need to follow the letter of the law. They took an oath to uphold the Constitution, to protect it, and to protect the rights of its citizens. Whether or not they do, that's on them. I can't say what's going to happen. As much as I would like to not go to jail, the point is this: if I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity, such as photography, in public, and I'm told to ID, I will not. I will not ID. So if any law enforcement officer comes across this video, hey, Stefan, I will not ID. Even if I have to beat it into my head, I will not ID. This is not a stop and ID state. Unless reasonable, articulate suspicion of a crime has or is about to happen, I will not ID. That's it. Don't ask me. I'll be respectful. I mean, look, I can talk to a cop and tell him my right to film. Thank you. I will not ID. In fact, you're funny. I don't think so, Richard. Pink handcuffs are for you, buddy. I will not ID. In fact, that's going to be the title of this live stream. I will not ID. Ever. It's a choice. I'm making a choice to stand up because I'm sick and tired of all the egregious offenses I'm seeing. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm still pro law enforcement, and a lot of people have told me, Lou, that's crazy. How could you be a First Amendment auditor and be pro law enforcement? Well, how could I not? Keep it up, Stefan. Here's the deal. I still believe there's good cops out there, but we don't see any good cops, it seems like. I would have thought there would have been at least one or two good Border Patrol agents. And from what I've seen on Sunday's live feed, nope. 50 officers for 5 cameramen. So you figure that's 10 officers per cameraman. And they're going to push, kick, hit, stomp, do all that bowling and those tactics that they used. And for what? To show that they have force and numbers? Well, we already knew that. It's the fucking border. So, I mean, I understand what people say about the thin blue line being on a flag, how it's like gang colors and all that. I didn't really agree with it at first, but now that I've had an eye-opening experience doing the auditing myself, being out there on the front line, thankfully, my first time out, I didn't really have much contact. And Northern Colorado Auditors, how you doing, buddy? Here's the thing, though. I was a little worried about it. We went and did Miramar. I was more worried about Miramar than I was the airport. We got a good interview at the end with that lady Ellie from the TSA, which I do still have on my GoPro. I just don't have the software to load it up. Yeah, Miramar was the original Top Gun back in the 80s and early 90s where they did the Top Gun program. I don't know if they still do it there or not. I have a love for a lot of different things, and one of them is auditing now. And the other one is vaping. I'm a big proponent of vaping. These are the two biggest passions I have in my life right now. And, from time to time, you're going to see me out there doing audits, and you'll be seeing me blowing big fat clouds. Yeah, Northern Colorado, I used to dip. I chewed for 22 years, and I finally got off of it with the vape. Eventually, I'm going to stop vaping, but I've got a vast collection of mods that, I got to use them. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but I live in the People's Republic of Suck My Dick, California. That's what I call California. So I'm not from here. This is kind of a gun-themed mod right here. It's a grip. I have other mods that kind of look like gun grips. This is the mag kit. The batteries pop out. Just like that. Neward Odin, what's up, buddy? So, this is what I do. These are my passions right now, my hobbies. I don't think I'm ever going to hit 100,000, and that's really not my goal. My goal is to get the word out there when I'm out there doing audits, and to let people know, hey, this is what you can do. This is legal activity, and stand up for your rights. Always stand up for your rights. Do what you can. But to clarify, I will not identify. Period. Sorry, guys, no booby pictures over here. You're going to have to do that somewhere else. That's exactly right, Stephen. I went ahead and exercised on Saturday, and I used muscles that I never knew I had, and boy, was I hurting. When you're walking up a hill like this, it hurts. So, I got to give it up for Womps, Jason, Randy, Mr. TTS. I had to give it up for Womp's son. I think it was DJ. These guys are all big guys, and they're all smoking like fucking smokestacks, right? And they're all walking around, and they're not getting winded. And here I am trying to vape and walk up a hill, and I'm practically dying, dude. And they're like, Lou, you okay? You need an ambulance? Felt like I needed an oxygen mask and an oxygen tank when I was done. Holy crap. Hello, Denise. How are you today? I was thinking, we'll just park around the corner, jump out of the car, do our audit, get back in the car and go. But no. It wasn't 4 lungs blown. It was only 3. But it was rough. So I got a lot of improvement to do with the exercise. Yeah, as soon as this video uploads, I'm going to change the title. I will not identify. Yeah, right, Stephen? Who knew? Who knew that doing audits gave you plenty of aerobics? The only reason I have legs is to steady myself when I go to the bathroom. It's not for exercise. You better be nice, Nord, or I'm going to boot you. I should have thought about the name that I picked, Blind Justice. I explained it to my wife, and she's like, oh boy. I'm like, I know, right? Yeah. Oh well. It is what it is. I'm hoping that Randy, who was with us this weekend in San Diego, I'm hoping he will make a channel called The Constitutional Plumber. He's a plumber by trade. We were talking the other day, and he's like, hey, he goes, that's right. He's like, what should I name my channel? I said, what do you do for, what do you do for work? He goes, oh, I'm a plumber. I'm like, well, why don't you name yourself The Constitutional Plumber? The word constitutional has so many different meanings. Usually when I get up after having 2.5 cups of coffee and creamer, I like to go in the bathroom and read the paper and take a constitutional. So, it is what it is. If he goes ahead and opens up his channel called The Constitutional Plumber, I will go ahead and plug it. Yeah, this is my big bubble mug right here, guys. I usually drink 2 to 3 of these a day before work sometimes. I drank this last night with 2.5 cups of coffee and creamer, and then went right to bed. So, it works. I had some coffee, I had a vape, shot up some insulin, and went right to bed. Yeah, if they made coffee a Schedule 1, we'd all be in trouble. But the way things are going with vaping in California, it's just a matter of time. All right, Njord Odin, looks like you're a troll. Gonna have to figure something out with you. The Al Capone coffee, that's funny. If you say he's a good guy, I'll leave him alone. He's probably just messing with me, but really, I don't know who's a troll right now and who isn't. I do have a sense of humor. It's just a little too early in the day for it. That's something I'm going to have to do, guys. I'm going to have to work out moderators for my live stream. I don't know exactly the process with that. I know that Time to Stand is going to help me with all that. I think what I'm going to keep doing is using my phone when I go out. This phone right here. I'm going to keep using this phone when I go out and do the audits. I have an actual selfie stick for my GoPro, and I can rig it up to the back of my phone. I have a kickstand. I got to go ahead and tie it all together with plastic wire ties. It looks ghetto, but it works great. In fact, I did a test just the other day walking through the house with my selfie stick. The video wasn't choppy like it was on the live stream that we did this last weekend. And my backup camera is going to be my GoPro that I wear on my chest. I think that's going to be my best option for right now. As far as computers go, I have a laptop, but I haven't used it in like 3 years. So I really got to go through it and set it up, and it needs a little bit of work. You know, I have to look in the settings. I don't know if I have HDR on my phone or not. For the price that I paid for this phone from T-Mobile, you'd think it would have HDR. But I plan on doing some more audits. I guess TTS has a surprise guest that is coming out. I don't know if it's this weekend or next weekend. He won't tell me. You know, trying to get any information out of him, it's rough. I'd like to go to the post office here in Riverside. I'd like to do the police station, Riverside Police. I know it's been done before by other people. I just don't know how long ago. I'd like to do maybe the municipal airport if possible. Yeah, I know you're not saying. And I'm not going to keep guessing because it'll hurt my head thinking about it. My head feels like it's going to explode anyway. But just to reiterate to everyone, this is the last time I'm going to say this, at least for this video. I will not identify. Period. Well, I see that I've taken up almost 20 minutes of your time, guys. I thank you for coming on. There'll be more live streams later. If I see any police activity, you know I'm going to record it. Probably going to go live stream. Thank you for all coming to the channel. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the videos and watching the videos. Thank you for allowing me to do what it is I do. I really, really do appreciate it. You guys rock. Thank you very much.